Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is a reminder that a photo will be taken of each graduate on the platform. Between June 19 and September 19, graduates will be able to download a print quality photo at unb.ca/graduation/insignia. The information is available in the front of your programs. Thank you very much and have an enjoyable afternoon.
Amplissime cancellari, plagetni tibi ut officium incipiat.
Placet.
Please remain standing for the prayer of invocation given by Father Monty Peters, pastor at St. Anthony's Parish.
I fooled you, I'm not Monty. Thank you, Dr. Campbell. Good afternoon, bonjour tout le monde. Before I begin our prayer today, I want to say a brief word. When we gather here today and we start off and we enter into a space of prayer, we do so in recognition of the diversity of persons and worldviews that are here with us today. So no matter where you find yourself in the conversation that surrounds words like prayer and spirit, my hope is that today's prayer of invocation would greet you with a deep respect for your ways and your path. Let's pray. Living Spirit, Creator, our great source that is known by many, many names. On this day of celebration, we give thanks. We thank you for our graduates and for each and every hope and dream that dwells deep within them. For those who have held, loved, and encouraged our graduates. For mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, friends, family, and neighbors alike, we give thanks for them and we honor their steadfast love. For every person in this community, our very special, special community, who has sown into the lives of our graduates, we give thanks and we honor their dedication to shaping our children, our friends, our graduates. And finally, for the graduating class of 2013, may blessings rich, deep, and strong strengthen and encourage them as they go forth from this day. Amen.
My apologies, everyone. That was Kevin Burke, who's the Protestant Ecumenical Chaplain with our campus ministry. Please be seated. Welcome, everyone, to this extremely happy occasion, which means so much to everyone in the university community. It's a pleasure to have you with us here today. Before we begin our ceremony, I want to take this opportunity to introduce our platform party. I would ask that you hold your applause until the end. Members of the platform party, when I call your name, please stand briefly. The Honorable Graydon Nicholas, Lieutenant Governor of New Brunswick. Gwen Davies, University Orator and Dean Emerita. Anthony Secco, Vice President Fredericton. Catherine McCain, Chair of our Board of Governors. Our Chancellor, Richard Curry. David Stevenson, Honorary Degree recipient. Terry Haggerty, Professor Emeritus nominee. Brian Baxter, Vice Chair of UNB's Board of Governors. Ann Sherman, Dean of Education. Wayne Albert, Dean of Kinesiology. Rob Austin, Dean of Business Administration. Heather Nielsen, President of UNB's Associated Alumni. Bob Skillen, Vice President Advancement. David Burns, Vice President Research. Daniel Murray, Vice President Finance and Corporate Services. Greg Keeley, Past Vice President Research and Provost. Mary Lou Sterling, Professor Emerita. Chris Stevenson, Professor Emeritus. Karen Cunningham, University Comptroller. Margaret Grant McGivney, Executive Director of the Associated Alumni. Karen Taylor, a member of our Board of Governors. David Woolnow, a member of our Board of Governors. And Carol Laurie, member of our Board of Governors. David Hinton, University Registrar. Linda Iyer, Assistant Dean of Graduate Studies. Sarah Deverin, University Secretary. James Kroll, Professor Emeritus. Victor Ascanas, Professor Emeritus. Thank you all for being part of this special day. Your Honor, members of government, Mr. Chancellor, members of the Board of Governors, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and most important of all, our graduates. Welcome to this, the 184th Insignia of the University of New Brunswick in Fredericton. History surrounds us today. Some 228 years ago, on this very spot, here in the home of the Mi'kmaq and Maliseet peoples, the Loyalists who settled in New Brunswick founded their new Academy of Learning. Out of the forest that still lines much of the hill behind me, they carved out a space for a school of liberal arts and sciences, and the University of New Brunswick was born. It wasn't easy for the settlers of those days. They struggled in harsh conditions. But that struggle at that time makes their focus on providing higher education as one of the first acts all the more admirable. Their project would not immediately feed them or shelter them, but they recognized the crucial role that education would play in the colony's survival and prosperity. And today, as graduates, you follow in their early footsteps. Much has changed since that time, but the importance of education has not. Then, as now, higher education can be a game changer for many, many different people, both for individuals and for our whole society. Over the last few years, you have worked hard to contribute to your own betterment. But of course, in completing your degree, you are also contributing to the betterment of us all. Recent reports in the media concerning the value of your degrees are misleading and wrong. There are many, many studies show that university graduates lead the pack in terms of their employment, their salaries, and their job satisfaction. University graduates make up just some 23% of the Canadian population, but they pay more than 40% of all income taxes, the taxes that keep our hospitals, roads, schools, and indeed our universities open. No matter your particular degree program, as a university graduate, you have acquired skills that will never go out of style: how to think critically, how to make informed decisions, how to communicate with others, how to adapt to changing circumstances. You are engaged and involved. You leave here well positioned to launch your careers, but you also leave here today poised to change our world for the better. Few of us understand the transformative power of higher education better than the man seated to my left. Richard J. Curry's experience as a Beaverbrook Scholar at UNB kick-started one of the truly great careers of Canadian business. In fact, his experience as a Beaverbrook Scholar motivated him to later create his own prestigious scholarship at UNB. Curry Scholars benefit not only from the significant financial support they receive, but also mentorship and counseling from Richard Curry himself. It's one of the many ways that he has chosen to give back to the institution that contributed so much to his own personal success. This spring's insignia ceremonies mark Dr. Curry's final ones as Chancellor of our university. Over the last 10 years, and many prior to them, he has provided his support and his guidance. This includes the mentorship he has given to the numerous students with whom he has established a personal relationship, the many staff and faculty who have sought his advice and expertise, the many members of our campus and civic communities who play, work, and study in the tremendous space right here he has built, and the numerous individuals, groups, and governments in this country who rely every day on UNB's world-class teaching and research. Our founders carved this institution of higher learning out of the forest here some 228 years ago. Like Dr. Curry, our builders and founders were men and women of character and of courage, whose vision continues to inspire us today. And now, it's your turn. You stand on the shoulder of the many people who went before you, but soon your own contributions will mark this landscape like those who came before you. Congratulations to each one of you, graduates of University of New Brunswick class of 2013. I have no doubt your impact will be very, very significant. At this time, I want to draw your attention to page 16 of the program. The medals listed there will be presented during this ceremony. All other medals and prizes appear below the recipient's name in the graduation list. These medals and prizes will be presented at a faculty awards ceremony and can be picked up at the Financial Services Office at the IUC building. On behalf of the university, may I congratulate all of the recipients and express the hope that they will maintain the high standards that they have demonstrated in qualifying for these awards. I would now ask our Vice President Fredericton, Dr. Tony Secco, to assist the Honorable Graydon Nicholas, Lieutenant Governor of New Brunswick, with the presentation of the medals.
The Governor General's Silver Medal is one of the most prestigious awards that an undergraduate student in a Canadian education institution may receive. Today we will present the Governor General's Silver Medal to the undergraduate student with the highest academic achievement over the duration of his program on both campuses of this university. I invite that recipient to come forward to receive the medal from the Lieutenant Governor. The Governor General's Silver Medal is awarded to Keeler Ian Gregory Steeves of the Faculty of Kinesiology, who is also a Curry Scholar. Through the generosity of His Honor, the Lieutenant Governor, a silver medal is awarded each spring to the outstanding graduating student in each of the faculties on the Fredericton campus. At this ceremony, we will present the medals in Business Administration and Kinesiology. The Medal for Education is awarded at the Fall Convocation. I invite each recipient to come forward as your name is called to receive the medal from the Lieutenant Governor. The Lieutenant Governor's Silver Medal in Business Administration is awarded to Kurt Michael T. McDonald. The Lieutenant Governor's Silver Medal in Kinesiology is awarded to Keeler Ian Gregory Steeves.
At this time, we will confer the honorary rank of Professor Emeritus. The candidate will be presented by the Vice President Fredericton.
The Professor Emeritus distinction is awarded only to retired faculty members. Criteria for the honorary rank include teaching performance of exceptional merit, extensive research, publication of unusually high quality, creative contributions to the administration and development of the university, and a record of professional conduct that indicates fair and ethical treatment of students and other members of the academic community. Candidates must be approved by the university's Board of Governors. It is now my pleasure to invite Dr. Terry Haggerty to stand. Dr. Haggerty to be Professor Emeritus in Kinesiology. From 1991 to 1999, Dr. Haggerty was a professor and dean in the Faculty of Kinesiology. During this time, he was instrumental in raising the profile of the faculty and establishing it as a credible academic unit. He led the faculty through several key curricular changes, new degree offerings, and a name change, from the Faculty of Physical Education and Recreation to the Faculty of Kinesiology. Before completing his second term as dean, Dr. Haggerty was seconded by then-President Elizabeth Parr Johnson to build what would become Canada's first Leadership Studies Bachelor program, and from that, Renaissance College. Dr. Haggerty served as the college's first dean from 1999 till 2003, all while maintaining his teaching duties in the kinesiology faculty. In 2005, after an administrative leave, Dr. Haggerty was again appointed the Dean of Kinesiology and held this post until 2010. He was a driving force in the development of this building, the Richard J. Curry Center. Dr. Haggerty also played an important role in the creation of the MBA in Sport and Recreation Management, a partnership between the faculties of Kinesiology and Business Administration. In addition to holding an administrative position for the majority of his academic career, Dr. Haggerty devoted a lot of his time to graduate teaching of courses in leadership and administration to both students in the Master of Arts in Sport and Recreation Studies and the Master of Business in Sport and Recreation Management. He maintained an active role in graduate student supervision as an advisor to more than 30 students. Outside of UMB, Dr. Haggerty was a founding member of both the North American Society of Sports Management and Leadership Fredericton. Dr. Haggerty was a strong leader and mentor to peers and students and has truly left his mark on UMB. His record of accomplishment exemplifies the qualities of excellence and exceptional merit that are important criteria for the achievement of Professor Emeritus status. Insignissime praeses, amplissime cancelari tota universitas commendo vobis Terentium Haggerty, ut ei conferatus honoris causa titulum professoris emeriti in hac universitate.
Ego confero tibi, Terentio Haggerty, ab manera tua huic universitati Dio, et insignitur explita titulum ac statum professoris emeriti in Universitati Novi Brunswick. We will now proceed to the conferring of an honorary degree. The recipient will be presented by the University Orator, Dr. Gwen Davies.
David William Stevenson, to be Doctor of Letters honoris causa. In the history of every community, there are remarkably dedicated and often unsung individuals who inform an institution's development at a pivotal moment and quietly help to energize its directions. David William Stevenson is one such individual. In addition to being a highly successful chartered accountant, a fellow of the New Brunswick Institute of Chartered Accountants, and an unflagging volunteer in the community and the region, David Stevenson has, for the past 12 years, been a wise, insightful, and guiding presence on the Board of Governors of the University of New Brunswick. Born in Fredericton, he attended schools in Fredericton, Sydney, and Amherst, graduating from Amherst High School in 1965. After completing a Bachelor of Business Administration degree at the University of New Brunswick in 1968, he received his formal designation as a chartered accountant in 1970 and as a trustee in bankruptcy in 1973. Thus began a professional career in public practice over the next 35 years that has focused on that backbone of the maritime economy, small business owners, including practice areas of accounting, auditing, taxation, financing, sales, and insurance claims. Beginning in the office of McDonald Curry and Company, later Coopers and Lybrand in St. John in 1968, David Stevenson moved to Deloitte Haskins and Sells in Moncton in 1977. Before forming a partnership in public accounting, Stevenson and Partners in Riverview, New Brunswick in 1983. Here, he has not only continued to be a general advisor to small business owners, but has also developed a specialty as an insolvency trustee for bankruptcy cases, including both personal and corporate clients. Throughout his career, David Stevenson has also played a central role in contributing to the community at large. He has had a 20-year involvement with St. John Ambulance Canada and has been either a board member or director with the Greater Moncton YMCA, Junior Achievement of Greater Moncton, the Greater Moncton Community Foundation, and the Multiple Sclerosis Society of Canada. His association with the Greater Moncton Airport Authority has included service as the chairman of finance of its study group, as the secretary-treasurer of the GMAA, and as a member of its board executive committee. It is this kind of multifaceted experience in both the financial and volunteer sectors that has informed David Stevenson's fiduciary and leadership roles on the University of New Brunswick Board of Governors for the past 12 years. Having served as vice chair of the board from 2003 to 2007, he became a chair of the Board of Governors from 2007 to 2010, including a term as chair of the Canadian University Boards Association. During that period, it became clear that universities across the Maritimes were facing the challenges of a changing student demographic, reduced government funding, and the demands of maintaining a vibrant research infrastructure. His leadership in steering the UMB board through the exigencies of the times reflected both his financial and community acumen, particularly in chairing the board's finance committee, serving on the board's investment and executive committees, chairing a search committee for a new president, and endorsing the development of a strategic plan for the next stage of the university's future. It has been important for UMB that he continues to share his expertise with the Board of Governors as a Governor Emeritus. Given David Stevenson's contributions to public life, it is not surprising that he has received the Moncton YMCA Volunteer of the Year Award, the UMB Faculty of Business Administration Certificate of Achievement, and Canada's Commemorative Medal for the 125th Anniversary of Confederation, awarded for service to the country. Now, it is with genuine gratitude and pleasure that the University of New Brunswick adds to those honors by admitting David William Stevenson to the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa. Insignissime praeses, amplissime cancellari, tota universitas, praesento vobis Davida Stevenson, ut admitator honoris causa, ad gradum doctoris in litteris in ac universitate.
Ego admitto te, Davida Stevenson, honoris causa, ad gradum doctoris in litteris in universitati Novi Brunswicki. It is now my privilege and a great pleasure to invite Dr. David Stevenson to address this convocation.
I thought it was nervous at one point to sit where you're sitting. I wondered if they were going to call my name. Doesn't quite relate to today's effects. Your Honor, Chancellor Curry, President Campbell, platform members, and you, the graduating class of 2013. After all, you are the reason we are here, and certainly supported by parents and guests. In preparation for today and facing the daunting words you have to speak to the Assembly for 20 to 25 minutes, sorry, that's 5 to 10 minutes, I consulted a good friend at UNB on just what a speech should be. His advice: be relevant, informative, witty, offer good advice and encouragement, and perhaps do all of this while relating personal experiences. For those that know me, this would be a monumental task. However, I do like to use expressions in daily conversations, so maybe I can work both in giving his advice. I hope you will permit me to start on what is a very important note for me, and that is to say a thank you to my wife Maureen, sons Aaron and Corey, and daughter Maris and their families. They have been very patient and forgiving over the years, as issues of the day often took priority over them. I learned that family life also involves discussions and conversations where different points of view are expressed, most often not those held by myself. Over the years, I found it helpful to deal with these differing points of view with the expression, "Yes, dear, you are probably right," in order to change the subject that I likely would otherwise have lost. Another piece of helpful advice for the graduates, for those times when perhaps the gang at the office goes out after work on Friday, and you arrive home to a lonely supper and perhaps the taste of a little cold shoulder. You may find yourself questioning the wisdom of that inevitable male code. It is better to seek forgiveness than to ask for permission. Now that I have dealt with relevant, informative, witty advice drawn from my personal experiences, I can now get on with my formal remarks. I want to thank the University of New Brunswick for awarding me with the honorary degree. To be receiving this recognition is truly humbling experience for myself and my family. UNB has always been a point of pride for me, and I believe that the lessons I received here as a student have shaped and enriched my life. What has stayed with me most, more than the assignments and lectures, is the friendship, sense of community, and the camaraderie that UNB has instilled within me. It is my hope that all of you, UNB's graduates of 2013, will leave here today with the same sense of pride that I continue to have 45 years later. More importantly, I hope you leave here with the following message. Perhaps many of you can consider this a last lesson, or a challenge rather, at UNB. What I want to share with you is one person's version of how to obtain happiness and fulfillment in life. And then I'm going to challenge you to do the same. Unlike other commencement speeches which focus on obtaining success, largely driven by economy and economics, I'm going to focus on happiness and fulfillment. To me, by the mere fact that you're sitting in this room, receiving a degree, and adding letters to your name, demonstrates that you already have what it takes to be successful in life. But do you know what it takes to be happy and fulfilled? Today's world of Facebook, Twitter, and DirecTV, it's undeniable that society and the way we interact and socialize has changed considerably. Life is not meant to be spent in solitude. And yes, if you are alone with your iPad, it's still considered solitude. Life is meant to be spent in the company of others and helping those in need. I encourage all of you today to always interact with people and become involved in your community in some way. It can be an organization you're interested in, a charity that is meaningful to you, a sports team that could benefit from your skills. It can be UNB. The truth of this matter is that the possibilities are endless. Until there is a time when there is no one else that is less fortunate than you, there is always something you can do to help someone or something be successful, overcome an obstacle, or cope with a situation. I have been fortunate to have had a great career, but I can say without a shadow of doubt that what has brought the most fulfillment in my life is the volunteer work I have been involved in. Whether it is the professional organizations I'm part of, the Y or St. John Ambulance, or community groups, the university, all of my involvement has provided me with considerable joy. In addition, the people I've met and worked with and worked alongside have been the most valued mentors and trusted friendships in my life. I encourage all of you to be of service to your community, and payback you receive will be extremely rewarding. As former United States President John F. Kennedy famously said in his address in 1961, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country." I chose this quote today, firstly because I thought it would be one many of you are familiar with, albeit none of you actually were around when he spoke it. but secondly, because I wanted everyone here today to think of the sentiment that those words embody. I also know that many of you are graduating here today and are already involved in organizations in helping those that are less fortunate than we are. And to those individuals, I commend you. A happy life is a full life, and in order to have a full life, you need to be part of something that is bigger than you. It's quite simple. Be engaged, be involved, be part of something. You will soon learn that the act of helping others and being involved is not only the greatest gift you can provide, but also the greatest gift you can receive. In addition, you will form bonds with people that will prove to be some of the biggest and best influences in your life. In today's social media age, it's important to note that a Facebook friend is not always a friend, and a connection on LinkedIn is not always an actual contact. Therefore, it's important that you go out into your community, make true friends and connections that matter the most. Once again, I would like to thank the University of New Brunswick for honoring me today and for providing me with the lessons that have shaped my entire life. To you, the graduates of the class of 2013, congratulations on all your hard work and achievements today. While today may be the end of a university career, it's the beginning of the rest of your life, and I hope it is a full and happy one. In closing, let me leave you with this quote from Sir Winston Churchill. "We make a living by what we acquire, but we make a life by what we can give." Thank you and best wishes.
Thank you, Dr. Stevenson. Members of the audience may have heard during the citation for this honorary degree that Dr. Stevenson chaired a presidential search committee. That was the committee that brought me here to the University of New Brunswick. Now you know who to blame, and I know who to thank for bringing me to this wonderful place. Thank you, Dr. Stevenson. We will now proceed to the conferring of degrees in course. May I extend to all of you who will graduate here today the warmest congratulations of the university. When you first came here as a student, you became a member of the extended UNB family, and today, all of this family, teachers, colleagues, friends, and administrators, share in your pride in reaching this very important milestone in your lives. We are delighted to recognize your hard work and sacrifice, and we wish you from the bottom of our hearts every success and every happiness in the future. We hope that you will always value what you have learned here, and that you will forever remember your alma mater with fondness. As each of you receives your degree today, you will be presented with a University of New Brunswick alumni pin by the UNB Associated Alumni. We will begin with the bachelor's degrees, followed by the master's and the doctoral degrees. Candidates for the bachelor's degrees will be presented by the university orator.
The bachelor's degrees of Business Administration, Science in Kinesiology, Recreation and Sports Studies, and Education. Candidates will remain seated for the supplication. Insignissime praeses, amplissime cancellari, supplicant senatui et vic venerabili collegio gubernatorum, hi baccalauri vel scholares in facultate administrationis rerum negotiosarum, in facultate kinesiologica, in facultate educationis, quorum nomina ac studia iam rite cognitus sunt et promulgata, ut admittantur ad proprium baccalauri gradum in sua quisque facultate.
Placete vobis, senatores, placete gubernatores, uti supplicatores admittantur.
The supplicants for all the bachelor's degrees will now stand for presentation by the orator and admission by the president. Insignissime praeses, amplissime cancellari, tota universitas, praesento vobis hosce supplicatoris in supra dictis facultatibus. Ut admittantur et proprium baccalaureate gradum in sua quisque facultate, testorque illos, coed omnia quae statuta nostra requirent, aptos et idoneos esse.
Ego admitto vos ad gradum baccalaureae in Universitati Novi Brunswicki.
You will now proceed in your assigned order onto the dais for individual acceptance. The Dean of Business Administration, Dr. Robert Austin, will present the Bachelor of Business Administration diplomas. The Bachelor of Business Administration with honors, Marcus Scott Ayton. Serene Michelle Amos. Kyla Dawn Babcock. Jeffrey David Beckingham. Gina Randell Brown. Sarah Rose Burpe, BBA, First Class Honors. Michael John Carrier, BBA, First Class Honors. Mitchell Ryan Carr, BBA, First Class Honors. Danita Carleen Cunningham, BBA, First Class Honors. Lauren Ashley Dolan, BBA, First Class Honors. Nicole Christine Evans, BBA, First Class Honors. Tyler Bruce Fillmore, BBA, First Class Honors. Nancy Jill Godkin, BBA, First Class Honors. Maria Gonzalez Frias, BBA, First Class Honors. Melissa Amanda Marie Grimmett, BBA, First Class Honors. Erin Christina Gullison, BBA, First Class Honors. Jason Keith Harley, BBA, First Class Honors. Jonathan Edward Hudson, BBA, First Class Honors. Michaela Dawn Cairns, BBA, First Class Honors. Jennifer Jane Kelleher, BBA, First Class Honors. Leslie Jane Knox, BBA, First Class Honors. Timothy Philo Kukula, BBA, First Class Honors. Matthew Wayne Lenahan, BBA, First Class Honors. Natalie Ann Livingston, BBA, First Class Honors. Brad Christian Maharaj, BBA, First Class Honors. Christina Mary Marr, BBA, First Class Honors. Joseph Michael Meehan, BBA, First Class Honors. Molly Kathleen Monahan, BBA, First Class Honors. Kavina Sarda Mungal, BBA, First Class Honors. Jarrett Burness Nickerson, BBA, First Class Honors. Hannah Lucy Papagiorgio. Jen Quay, BBA, First Class Honors. Jennifer Lynn Redbourne, BBA, First Class Honors. Anishka Maria Senior, BBA, First Class Honors. Hassan Soleil, BBA, First Class Honors. Amanda Cynthia Stevenson, BBA, First Class Honors. Eric Michael Thomas, BBA, First Class Honors. Pamela Ann Thompson Caldwell, BBA, First Class Honors. Ludmila Voitko, BBA, First Class Honors. Matthew Patrick Waldrop, BBA, First Class Honors. Benjamin Manford Whitney, BBA, First Class Honors. Sean Jeffrey Williams, BBA, First Class Honors. Tara Christina Withers, BBA, First Class Honors. Kong Zhu, BBA, First Class Honors. Wei Xingye, BBA, First Class Honors. Nada Asala Abdrahman, BBA, Honors. Brad Arsenault, BBA, Honors. Catherine Jane Bartlett, BBA, Honors. Adam John McCauley Baxter. Tyler Jacob Bellier, BBA, Honors. Jessica Marie Bourque, BBA, Honors. Maggie Jean Broad, BBA, Honors. Jennifer Christina Buchanan, BBA, Honors. Gladys Winchiro Chega, BBA, Honors. Leah Dorothy Cunningham, BBA, Honors. Patrick Daniel Davis, BBA, Honors. Laura Nicole DeYoung, BBA, Honors. Jason Kenneth McQuaid Fitzpatrick, BBA, Honors. Cody Logan Getchell, BBA, Honors. William Thomas Gibbs, BBA, Honors. David Wayne Greenier, BBA, Honors. Chang Liu, BBA, Honors. Lachlan Andrew McDonald, BBA, Honors. Peter Rodney McLeod, BBA, Honors. Scott Alexander McIsaac, BBA, Honors. Daniel Khaled Mumina, BBA, Honors. Haley Elise Moore, BBA, Honors. Joseph Benedict O'Kane, BBA, Honors. Cody Michael Pine, BBA, Honors. Enrique Retaisier, BBA, Honors. Aaron Thomas William Simpson, BBA, Honors. Robert Lloyd Snively, BBA, Honors. William Colin Kinsman Spares, BBA Honors. Madison Marie Sprague, BBA Honors. Tyler Stephen Tremble, BBA Honors. Samuel Joseph White, BBA Honors. Robert Bruce Grant, BBA Distinction. Charles Hiram Duplessis, BBA First Division. Mark Andrew Rideout, BBA First Division. The Bachelor of Business Administration, Caitlin Joy Brace. Jennifer Margaret Ann Buggy. Tracy Ann Cameron. Gracia Maria Say. Kevin Anthony Chick. Christine Ann Colpaw. Jessica Lynn Kathleen Cook. Christina Jean Cotter. Peter Ashley Daly. Matthew Glendon Davis. Jamie Lee Duclos. Andrew Christopher Irving. Laura Elizabeth Fowler. Sean Burke Fowley. Jack Dylan Thomas Gallant. Nolan Ryan Gervais. Nicholas Stephen Gilcash. Ryan Ross Gilliland. Hillary Dawn Hasty. Mark Andrew Heighton. Jenna Lee Hopper. Shane Stephen Leonard Hewson. Caitlin Eve Kohler. Kyle Michael Edwin LeBlanc. Minghao Liang. Michelle Lynn McDonnell. Craig Adam McLeod. Gregory James Madsen. Taylor Wendy Ann Matheson. Lisa Marie McKinney. DeLong Meng. Courtney Nash. Okay. Luke Nicara. Patrick David O'Brien. Valerie Woulette. Ali Pananizazar. Ashley Sarah Lynn Phillips. Robert Martin Potter. Erica Lane Rands. Troy David Richardson. Fraser Norman Ross. Mallory Jacqueline Ross. Douglas Morgan Seaman. Yue Shao. John Francis Sheehan. Wei Xin Shen. Peter Fraser Perry Snow. Shuang Song. Brandon Gregory Steves. Labiba Tuati. Jordan Ashley Trafford. This concludes the granting of the Bachelor of Business Administration degree. With one more addition, Melissa Lee Waite. The Dean of Kinesiology, Dr. Wayne Albert, will present the Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology and the Bachelor of Recreation and Sports Studies diplomas. The Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology with honors, Stephanie Grace Hatcher. Danielle Ann Lozier. Monica Ashley McDonald. David Jared O'Brien. Devin Jared O'Brien. Sorry, dear. Keeler Ian Gregory Steves. Sebastian Jean Vachon Gravel. Allison Louise Archibald. Danielle Jeanette Marie Caravan. Sarah Jane Casey. Sierra Kirsten Castungay. Shelby Elizabeth Chase. Melissa Kira Foster. Dominique Gobet. Sarah Dawn Louise Green. Jessica Marie Hansen. Katrina Edna Teresa Hodgson. Alicia Christine James. Stephanie Andrea LeBlanc. Erin Lee McDonald. Rebecca Jane McIntyre. Robert William McSwain. Jessica Dawn Melanson. Kelsey Annie Neeson. Andrew Joseph O'Brien. Blair Jeremy Wark. Jackson Derek Wood. Ashley Gail Wright. Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology, Jonathan Cody Anderson. Madeline Ann Ballantyne Rice. Melissa Pearl Cormier. Patrick David Craig. John William Eddy. Haley Dawn Everett. Tricia May Farrell. Frederick Carl Fulton. Megan Elizabeth Getchell. Shelby Lynn Grady. Alexandra Claudia Hooper. Ryan William McNeil. Colin Fleming Manning. Josie Gabrielle Michaud. Christina Jane Murphy. Drew Robert Murray. Julia Colleen Norris. Jody May Levy O'Neill. Rory Tristan Pronk. Nicholas Garnett Quinn. Kaylee Mary Ann Robertson. Gina Caitlin Violette. Sonia Wojciech, sorry. So, your kin. Bethany Ann Wilkie. This concludes the granting of the Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology degree. Bachelor of Recreation and Sports Studies, Colin Robertson Adams. Olivia Marie Jennings. Felix Antoine Arsenault. Lisa Ann Bell. Sarah Elizabeth Boyce. Danny Jared Frederick Braun. Keely Lee Campbell. Michael Harris Campbell. Ashley Elizabeth Ellis. Natalie Anna Dawn Fowler. Mary Ashley Jean Fullerton. Brianna Ashley Galloway. Rebecca Jacqueline Glancy. Amber Lee Hill. Alexander Mackenzie Holder. Kara Christine Johnson. Robin Amelia Maurer. Jonathan Luke McFarland. Danielle Marie Maristy. Jordan Robert Nowland. Jeffrey Ian Parody. Christopher Joseph Richard. Sierra Marie Robotham. Adam Clayton Rogers. Graham Donald Smith. Samantha Lindsay Sarah Stewart. Patrick Troy. Kelsey Dawn Tucker. Allison Mary Waycott. Graham Richard Welsh. Cody Allen Williams. This concludes the granting of the Bachelor of Recreation and Sports Studies degree. The Dean of Education, Dr. Ann Sherman, will present the Bachelor of Education diplomas. Bachelor of Education, Alan Joshua William Sabatis Atwin, with distinction. Robin Elizabeth Barlow. Mary Karen Clare. Tanya Marie Solomon. Daryl Allen Stubbington. Sherry Lee Stubbington. Tyler Dale McCready. Catherine Marie Sock. Lucy Amanda Standish. This concludes the granting of the Bachelor of Education degree.
We shall now confer the master's degrees in course. The candidates will be presented by Dean Emerita of the School of Graduate Studies, Dr. Gwendolyn Davies.
The master's degrees of Education, Arts in Sport and Recreation Studies, Science in Exercise and Sport Science, and Business Administration. Candidates will remain seated for the supplication. Insignissime praeses, amplissime cancelleri, supplicant senatavi et vic venerabili collegio gubernatorum, he baccalaureus vel scholares in facultate educationis, in facultate kinesiologica, in facultate administrationis rerum negotiosarum, quorum nomina ac studia iam riti cognitus sunt et promulgata, ut habitantur ad proprium magistri gradum in sua quisque facultate.
Placetne vobis, senatores, placetne, gubernatores, ut his supplicatores admittantur.
The supplicants for the aforesaid master's degrees will stand for presentation and admission by the President. Insignissimi praeses, amplissime cancelleri, tota universitas, praesento vobis hosce supplicatoris in super dictis facultatibus, ut admittantur ad proprium magistri gradum in sua quisque facultate, testorque illos, quod omnia quae statuta nostra requirent, aptos et idionis essa.
Ego admitto vos ad gradum magistri in universitati Noi Brunswicki.
You will now proceed in your assigned order onto the dais for individual acceptance. The Assistant Dean of Graduate Studies, Dr. Linda Eyre, will present the master's diplomas. Master of Education, Bayan Nabil Amir. Jenna Victoria Bailey. Michelle Joy Banks. Frances Lee Baudin. Lori Lee Beers Pearson. Anita Marie Boyle. Michelle Dawn Brooker Budrow. Barbara Beth Brown. Alex Carlton. Leslie Catherine Carr. Nicole Frida Cormier Fontaine. Janice Michelle Dalton. Paul George Diamond. Stacy Roxanne Eisner. Scott Elvin. Lindsay Gail Fulkins. Lisa Joelle Gillespie. Jane Marie Glenn. Brenda Dawn Graves. Timothy David Harvey. Peter Joseph Hobbs. Beverly Ann Julian. Rebecca Ann Kierstead. Christy Jean Lebrac. Dominic Gillis Leach. Sylvie LaBelle. Julie Christine LaGraley. Heather Sue Lewis. Melissa Beth Little. Dana Catherine Lutz. Denise McEachern. Dax Andrew McLean. Mary Patricia McLeod. Teresa Paulette Mahoney Walker. Kelly Dawn Malloy. Krista Dawn McKnight. Megan Elizabeth Kate McLaughlin. Robin Victoria McLean. Sheila Marie Morgan Paul. Melissa Greer Munden. Matthew James Nickel. Antigone Panagitakis. Tom David Patterson. Andrew Brad Peacock. Sharon Marie Phillips. Charlotte Elizabeth Purdy Weir. April Lynn Ryu. Chris Allen Roach. Jacqueline Christine Robbins. Samantha J. Robichaud. Andrew Glenn Rutledge. Erica Joan Ryder. Amanda Marie Saunier. Stacy Lynn Shaw. Jessica Etta Smith. Megan Elizabeth Starkey. Catherine Michelle Stevenson. Jennifer Stevens Ross. Tanel Dawn Thomas DeLong. Roberta Margaret Thomas Bailey. Maria Lynn Thompson. Zachary Remy Van Turnout. Chimi Wang Mo. Rose Marie Wright. Master of Arts in Sport and Recreation Studies, Scott James Hill. Master of Science in Exercise and Sport Science, Terrell Garth Guy Russell. Master of Business Administration, Rudraraj Adhikari. Matthew Mark Davis. Theodore Calvin DeWinter. Attila Charles Edged. Arlana Marie Gillis. Peter Timothy Goggin. Sanchi Gupta. Jonathan Raymond Harty. David Michael Seymour Kell. Gaurav Anil Ketkar. Danielle Marie Leblanc. Heather Ann McLean. Tyler William Milson. John Rudiger Morrison.
Jay Quinn.
Jay Quinn. Rebecca Dawn Wilson. Janice Catherine Wapling.
I believe that concludes the awarding of master's degrees. Could we have a round of applause, please? We shall now confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. The candidates will be presented by Dr. Davies.
The degree Doctor of Philosophy. Candidates will stand for the supplication. Insignissime praeses, amplissime cancellari, supplicant senatui et vic venerabili collegio gubernatorum. Monique Alain, education. Cheryl Ann Miles, education. Sherry Lynn Rose, education. Magister vel baccalaureae ut admittantur ad gradum philosophiae doctoris.
Placetni vobis, senatores, placetni gubernatores, ut hi supplicatores admittantur.
The candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy will come forward and stand before the dais for the admission.
2 steps forward. Perfect.
Insignissime praeses, amplissime cancellari, tota universitas, praesento vobis hosci supplicatoris ut admittantur ad gradum philosophiae doctoris. Testorcus cur ilios, coed omnia quae statuta nostra requirent, aptum et idoneos esse.
Ego admitto vos ad gradum philosophiae doctoris in Universitati Novi Brunswicki.
Please come up to the platform. Monique Alain, PhD, Education. Dr. Alain investigated the journey of Canadian high-performance athletes and has demonstrated the sources of strain encountered by them and the emergent sources of motivation and support along their journey. Her findings will contribute to areas of sports psychology, coach and athlete education, the influence of healthy policies by sport decision makers, and will share lessons learned that will inspire young athletes to become Olympians. Cheryl Ann Miles, PhD education. Dr. Miles investigated the personal stories of adolescent boys completing grade 12 in New Brunswick high schools who experienced disaffection from school. Their voices consistently conveyed the message that there needs to be a paradigm shift in how they are educated. Her findings will contribute to the understanding of disaffection from school, broadening the theoretical perspective of self-efficacy, and identifying implications for policy and practice, as well as for future research. Sherry Lynn Rose, PhD education. Dr. Rose investigated critical contradictory encounters across educational landscapes of early learning and care, school, and university classrooms. Drawing on post-structural and critical feminist theories, Dr. Rose's research will contribute to critical reflections of early childhood pedagogies and research projects with children and adults. This concludes the granting of degrees in course.
Congratulations, graduates. Please note that an English translation of your diploma has been placed inside the folder behind the parchment. In 2011, on the occasion of UMB's 225th anniversary, a new tradition was introduced, the UMB coin. I'd like to thank all those who made this tradition possible, from the committee who worked hard to get the coin just right, to the associated alumni who made a significant financial contribution in support of the project. We hope this coin will carry your individual memories of a life-changing experience at UMB and serve as a reminder that when you combine an ambitious goal and personal dedication, you can attain anything. Maybe more importantly, let this coin be a symbol that you were, are, and will always be a part of our family, the worldwide family of thousands of UMB alumni who work to better our world each and every day. We hope you hold your coin with pride. We are certainly very proud of you. We know you leave us with more knowledge, a greater sense of community, and the potential to make a significant difference in the quality of your own lives and the lives of those you touch as you take the next step in life's journey. Congratulations on a job well done. I now invite representatives of UMB's faculty, staff, and alumni to present the 2013 UMB coin.
I would now like to invite Heather Nielsen, President of the UNB Associated Alumni, to deliver the welcome to new alumni. Heather.
Good afternoon, 2013 graduates. Welcome to our club. This is a special club. Only people that go to UNB are members of our club. There have been more than 70,000 people graduate from UNB, but please rest assured that all of you are very critical and very important. I tell people that when they're a member of a club, that they have a responsibility. And your responsibility is to share yourself. I want you to share yourself by keeping in touch with the university. Please let us know where you are. Maybe I'll come and visit. Someday you might share your expertise with us by being on an advisory board, by being on our alumni association, or being on the board of governors. Or someday you may mentor a student at UNB. We really appreciate that. And last but not least, someday you may share your treasure with us. I know that some of you have received scholarships that come from the Alumni Association, and I know how much you appreciate them. So someday you might think of us. Please be proud of all your accomplishments here at UNB. Our alum are strong researchers, educators, engineers, and we are all over the world. I really appreciated Dr. Stevenson's speech because he said exactly what I wanted to say. Give back to society. You get so much more out of life when you give back. Brag about UNB wherever you go. Tell people it's wonderful here. And again, please keep in touch, and I hope to see you again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Heather. Once again, we got to see the best shoes on the planet. You folks didn't get to see them, but she has great shoes. Again this year, the graduating class has asked that the valedictory be presented at Insignia. The valedictorian for this ceremony is Devin O'Brien of St. John, New Brunswick, who received a Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology today. Mr. O'Brien, I invite you to deliver the valedictory address.
Your Honor, Mr. Chancellor, members of the Board of Governors, Mr. President, distinguished guests, family, friends, and fellow graduates. It is my honor to be standing here before you today representing the graduating classes of Business, Education, and Kinesiology from the UNB grad class of 2013. My high school basketball coach always ended his emails with a quote that I found to be not only inspiring, but a quote by which to live your life. I started and finished my high school graduation write-up with that quote, and I figured I would do the same here today. The quote read, "Either find a way or make one." Whether we like it or not, our generation's success is measured on the achievements that we accomplish. To accomplish these achievements, we need to find a way to do so. And if there is no path that can lead us to these achievements, we need to make one. Today, in this room, all of us graduates found a way to achieve greatness. We have found a way to take the next step in our lives by spending countless hours in the library, classroom, with professors in office hours, at our friends' houses studying, and for those varsity athletes out there, or of course, for those of us who decided to take full advantage of the freshman 15 in the gym. By choosing UNB as a university to attend, by choosing your degree, by making friendships that will last a lifetime, and by becoming part of the UNB family, we all found a way to achieve the ultimate goal of becoming university graduates. Although we all found a way to achieve this goal, There were some goals that individuals in this grad class wanted to achieve, yet when they tried to find a way to do so, there was no way. This might have caused most to give up, but not the individuals of the UMB grad class of 2013. The graduates that sit here today didn't give up when they could not find a way to accomplish a goal they had in mind. They made their own way. In the graduates sitting before you today, we have countless individuals who made their own path to accomplish their goals, but I will highlight a few. Jobs are difficult to get as a teacher in New Brunswick right now, so what did some of the individuals in the education grad class do? They partnered with schools across the world, and some of the graduates here today will travel around the globe this year to teach bright minds of tomorrow. The business graduates sitting here today realized that their faculty society was not up to par, so they reestablished and created a better functioning business society. The business society engaged the student body and had the largest attending year for business society events in recent history. Some of our kinesiology graduates wanted to help children in third world countries gain the right to play and be active in their communities, something we take for granted here in Canada. There didn't seem to be a way at UMB to help these children, so what did they do? They made their own organization here at UMB called Right to Play, which in its first year raised the second most amount of money for all Right to Play university organizations in Canada. It is successes such as these that rise above and beyond our typical achievements in life. For rising above and beyond the expectations and making a way when there originally was no way, I commend everyone sitting here today. During our university career, we are constantly planning and wishing our time as students away. Whether it be preparing for midterms or exams, preparing for that next big sports game, preparing for parties on the weekends, or preparing for the next couch fire on Graham Avenue, we always seem to be focusing on what's to come. We say things like, "One more year and we will have finally graduated. I can't wait to get out of here, and I just want this week to be over." Within the past month, I've encountered events and have had to overcome milestones that have made me appreciate life and appreciate the time we all have to make a difference in this world. Too much time is spent wishing and planning our lives away, and I think we should all take a second to focus on the now. Right now, we are all celebrating this incredible milestone in our lives. Right now, we are all surrounded by close friends and family who love us and who are proud of us. Right now, we have the world waiting for us to conquer it. In reality, we never know when our time on this world or when a loved one's time on this world is going to come to an end. We need to stop wishing away our time because life is too short and too precious. We need to spend more time thinking about the present and less time wishing it away. However, that doesn't mean that we cannot celebrate our future after today as we transition into this next step in our lives. For some of us, this is only the first time of many that we will walk across a stage to receive a university diploma. For others, this is the last time you will walk the stage, and the real world is out there waiting for you. There have been many ups and downs over the courses of our degrees. There have been tears, laughter, sadness, joy, friendships lost, friendships made, breakups and makeups, and for some lucky individuals, they even found their future spouses here at UMB. The ups and downs that we have experienced here at UMB built us as students, as individuals, and as members of the community. Today, we celebrate the greatest highlight of our UMB experience. The pride and joy we feel today does not come to us every day, but it will come again many times in our life. The day we get our career, the day we meet our future husband or wife, our wedding day, the day our children are born, and so many more experiences will top the joy we feel today. Although, with all the joy we will experience throughout the rest of our lives, will also come tests, pain, and difficulty. We will have to overcome obstacles, make the hardest decisions of our life, and deal with loss and grief. It is the lessons we have learned here at UMB, inside and outside of the classroom, that will help us to overcome these challenges and push on in life. UMB has developed us all into fine young individuals who are ready to go out into the world and take it by storm. I would like to congratulate each and every one of you on your accomplishments throughout your degree and on your accomplishment here today. I would also like to thank all of the professors, the individuals who work in our faculties, and our family and friends for supporting us throughout all of our hard work. UMB grad class of 2013, I would like to leave you with one final thought to carry with you throughout your lives. Whether it be accomplishing your goals or overcoming challenges, either find a way or make one. Thank you.
Thank you, Devin. You know, for most of you, I don't think it would be possible for you to be here without the support of family and friends, and many of them have gathered here today to celebrate your achievements. As I look around at them, I can tell they're all happy, and not a few of them are very relieved that this day has finally arrived. I would ask the graduating class of 2013 to please stand up and applaud all the supporters who are here and those who weren't able to be here for you. You can sit down now. On behalf of the Lieutenant Governor, the Chancellor, the Board of Governors, the Senate, and the faculty and the staff, I extend to all who have received their degrees here today our most sincere congratulations on your achievement and our very best wishes for the future. I also want to thank the St. John String Quartet, David Adams, Larissa Chitty, Christopher Buckley, Sonia Adams, together with trumpeter Robert Dutton, for providing the music for our 184th Insignia. Thank you so much, a great pleasure. There is more than a small army of people who come together to organize this Insignia to celebrate your achievements. I'd like to thank all of those who have assisted with these arrangements. Thank you so much. Everyone is cordially invited to attend the Insignia Tea in McConnell Hall, the building just across the street from the Curry Center. The Associated Alumni will be selling diploma frames at that tea, and a photo booth has been set up in McConnell Hall for you to capture more memories with your family and your friends. It's now my great pleasure to invite Jennifer Redburn, who received a Bachelor of Business Administration degree today, to come up onto the platform and lead us in the singing of O Canada. I would ask that everyone please rise for the anthem and remain in their places standing until the academic procession has retired. Jennifer. Sure. And sing away.
The truth.